the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
Dr. James Kwabena Bonfe, Dodwana Efreno, General Kapila. In fact, oye political analyst, a social commentator, Ewo Krokoko Jumedie, so hosted by the legendary Kwame. Then, as usual, Wednesday edition of Kukuku Omotranse, ably supported by Yura Kwame Nadankan and Bernard Alote Jacobs, Uncle Bernard Alote Jacobs. Now, this issue came up. Enra Obiana or follow and your man Ekoso Omayimo Ehuno said the National Democratic Congress led by Omo Communications Officer Sami Nsem-Pii a press conference. Now in that press conference, there were so many baseless allegations made against certain security gurus with regards to the rigging of the 2024 elections. So many allegations are not a single shred of evidence. And now, the National Democratic Congress, led by Omo Communication Officer, Sami Nsem-Pii provided. Kasa sa goni penimu asisa na no pay. General Kabila Transen wasi. Ebra druse wase Ghana yitumi sechere kan credit chere damfo. Na aya na toda kra na wan wase yes lawyer Sami Nsem-Pii lawyer. Lawyer ni pa wotumi transe kasa on to provide evidence ba kokra. There be a baseless allegations. Every now and then baseless allegations. Yet to man yimu and amoka chere se mo na mo win 2020 elections. Think of one magu street mu to tear gas gre bimu ni papai bimu sa twitwa ani ade ewi akiri the then general secretary ni wa national chairman Johnson Asiedu Nketia ko gina Supreme Court ma o man mu ni nyina so te se na omo ni figures bia na dia dance so ma win election meanwhile o man ko former cosofy e be sin ne kura no obia ni te se obia ni money get so render an unqualified apology to the good people of Ghana for deceiving us. And check and the leaked audio about Bontia, the then general secretary, and the national chairman Johnson Asiedu Nketia, Asia party supporters catch that one say. And your mom couldn't them Supreme Court ko ye no sabi say because they went there without any form of evidence. Wasting the time of the court and the time of ordinary Ghanaians. Not a single word of apology came out from these people. Then they more to make sure my money could TV so and then come out with the baseless accusations of an impending rig of elections. In fact, on a General Kabila Kasa, Tiankon Yankoje Nchirimuno, the Atwaso, and Fanfrino.
Mekachre His Excellency former President John Dramani Mahama. Miami Wafa Johnson Asiedu Nketia, Chairman of the NDC, Madam for Fifi Kweti, General Secretary. Sir, in someone Sebi, any nasono. Eya yamfanye amanyosem emani nyi. Na womun tufu. Na de edi kan womun mepa Ghana for chew. And futuro a womun tugu yani. Ansana ye beto about 2020. Ye to aba wie ye electoral commission ede na no December 2 dwa enfuturo a womun tugu yani. Ekache ye kra se na womun anya aba no duduo bi. Na no che se womun adi nkunim. Na mampani Akufo-Addo wadi nkuguo a projecti womun headquarters. The National Forum newspaper. Kwame mayor managing editor no. They publish a front page. We doubt them. Says I figures no one. One go Supreme Court. Senior Madam for me papa must say justice weapon the busa woman say and someone would bar Supreme Court yi. Madam sia e wo he no for say don't get say ya fa dance bi ama contrary to law. Enti nanu ya na obi di video bi kra che me say sofo bi o mo hyehyem kom me ya na me pese meti say all can exact words be and pass Supreme Court say mwasemu amoma obenfumu okunini lawyer ne so bi mada chachukikata di monim de baye no it was without merit and was dismissed. Kwame.
Yeah.
We didn't hear a word of apology from the NDC. From misleading the entire country and thinking they could do so at the Supreme Court, the House of Records. Kwame Anuachi, wamu de sobo ahodo bo Maame Jimensa and the other 6-member commissioners of the Electoral Commission. Any directors of what Electoral Commission over 38,000 persons who were recruited as temporary staff to do the work. Kwame. A few weeks and a month ago, Minia Madamfo, Dr. Omanibuama, Director of Electoral Services of the NDC, Ekache say, Electoral Commission, nipa bi din a free voter register no at the display of the provisional register. Kwame, the betna wa fidie so an mo Dr. Sibo Koku betna ha. E ma ye a number of arguments from CI 91. A say provisional register no ye display say mfonso bi nkekawa bi bibi mentimi wasi beba ya kotenetene. Omo say da omo wo nyina so say ye nipa. I've forgotten the figure. Thousands of numbers. Chairman General. Electoral Commission now say how much I say IPAC meetings no, they will allow the media to cover. And Dr. Fureji, Director of IT. Chairman General. I went this time I call IPAC and I call as observer. Because civil society organizations you need understanding on more. But this is a commission a committee I've sat there since 2008. And the account more much of IPAC pa Kwame.
Long service award.
Committees I would do
16 years.
Yes, Kwame. And I've served on several committees under Dr. Ferijan, under Charlotte Osei, and Maame Jimensa.
That's right.
Played significant roles.
Yeah.
And nobody can take away the little experience I gathered from there. Dr. Feraje in the presentation now me say Dr. Manibu Amaji Mike na.
Not Dr. Feraje Wang.
On the director of IT.
Okay.
X-ray a D.R. NDCD and Phantom say ni ira afi register mu no where the name is located. The nipa no ye voter regime babi or register babi not transfer okoye everything in the full glare of the media. International agencies are there, embassies are now. NDC are trying to track womunti. They came with interest. They were there. Me more embassy be a D. But we also have our friends.
But it's a public matter.
No, but I will not mention any embassy's name.
There were a lot of embassies.
High commissions and embassies were there. When you go say poto, Dr. Manibu Amakoje Mike and Nsem-Pii na fe auto.
And as the saying,
I was expecting him to challenge the evidence that Dr. Furaje had put forward.
As a mopping the floor.
I've heard they are not done mopping. Analogies are incongruent and inconsequential. Kwame, we haven't heard an apology from them. And Sami Janfi said there's going to be stuffing of ballot papers. Onim ebia 192 aba, 196 aba. Enti mamen kai chemi nyakuma no to me staff for ballot paper a transparent na obi ngunu
ballot box
a ballot
box.
Me da say opaque ballot boxes and now there were allegations of stuffing and no cry no obi antimi am prove say ballot box we ya stuff here e ma say ni see here tamanje na ne ansa na my Electoral Commission temporary staff ni bi da 2000 I Freeman College opposite Wesley College. My name is Master Mr. Bedu and in charge. Before I did a ballot box to be seen, agents say, "Oh, you know, you BM, and will be able to say, how is anybody going to stop anything?" And name a lawyer. You deal with evidence. Who did he say? Hey, a press conference. Chairman General. Na mesrɛ ne party mpani for no sɛ mo na mo hya kyire so a animguase aka mo amunya mpa ye ho kyɛw no munyai
I didn't know when to say animguase.
Kwame asama mi kan say we allegation say electoral commissioner yi nipa one mpo a free ballot voter register no mu na din a wo boy ye no ye be kire say din ni wo register no mu a chairman general hey ye na me koka asem bi to so a brapani na ye expose me ana say ye damada pa di kire me a enya ni ngwase ye den a ha dwene even among thieves there is honor akonfo mpo omudi ni die ma omo ubetimi abokro no wo babia na wo wia wo yonko kromfo ade na omo chiwa ade a omudi be yew factual say you free because what cross the red line amanyo some cannot be left like that say obi aye de ope enti asema o ka say soja ni bi na aba berege election no kwa Kwame na ebomi hu electoral commission when it comes to election issues one more in charge of security police
yeah
ye nua pani ya danfo ye yonko Dr. Akufu Dampare wa ma ye nyina ya te ase say election task force no ono an edi animu chairman general na meboa
ono a chairman of the election task force, yes. the IGP
meti assembly said the involvement of the military as a standby force no enko ye mesre mi nua pani no monhwa na muntenetene ho whatever the issues are we need the military at some point when people are becoming unruly and it is beyond you they must come in but anya no crane issue no IGP am say on in charge of election machine and I say sorry election security management soja ni ben na sebi o what to me say okoye de omo ye na vere makobo papa bi din o ye soja ni now I hope that he will take them on.
Why would he won't be able to? They are nowhere.
Well, maybe a soldier for
yeah.
But Kwame, there must be a point. They say do bribia. Discipline no nyina chi no. Encrophord the a phoebe foreign crofo bi ho a. I say omutu ho anamo. The meka nyina ne say adanse da NDC as a party. Adanse da omumpanimfo eso in relation with electoral commission, especially Mami Jim Mensa and na pamfo. The eda di pefe ni say e fi a wo mu dia bo wo mu bia no chairman general nyame din mu no kura no abo sa fi na gu on be bro mu ho ase no ma pachew na yakọ animu a wo mu nyesa na Kwame what this is what I sense on campaign no on said there's no message in it.
Says who?
I say so.
There's 24-hour economy.
Kwame, there's no. What is the message?
There's 24-hour economy.
What is it? What is it? Kwame, what is it?
24.
Yes, 1 times 3.
What is it?
133.
24-hour economy. We're friendly me die.
Oh, Peace FM 9. What hand mono muklusu?
There.
Ndi mo ya dey.
Your order.
No, you can say.
You can hear Edma.
Oh, Kwame. Miss Rel, Makachro, me mami krom bamboy. Me wofa agba. Oye ti ton. Mi swake teke in the 80s. Ye cooking ta bamboy holidays a. Cause free wa eba. They free cry ebe seneko. Me wofa wo mu ton aduane ton nam.
24 agrante. Nganga rabbit.
Me mami sata.
Wa ho.
Nyaje netro ya atwo no ne. Me chia wo mu anope wo bamboy. Kwame 24 hours. I saw it in Bamboy in the 80s, 90s, running up to date.
3 a.m.
What are you talking about? It is not a policy any government brings. 24 hours is an error. If they are not informed or educated about it, when we enter the information age, the 4th industrial revolution, in some by beto nipano 24-hour systems. Many academic papers dating back to 1989. The advantages and disadvantages in it. Why wouldn't my dear Deba? Within the week, you won't have time seeing one another because of more time allotment. And there were side effects. But I don't want to be this oriented. They are not saying omun can same bia sebi. And what bibia o ma ye pen a o modi ye nyina so de e ka se omumra enti adone nadane attack on the electoral commission. Kwame, ye to about 7 December Ghana for de pe bia no nyame pa de onebeko. I just want to remind the NDC and their candidate of the words of former President John Dramani Mahama on January 6, 2017, in the last State of the Nation address. Nami the White Country, Kwame. Or can say, my father, the late E.A. Mahama, told me that you leave when the applause is the loudest.
Is it?
And I'm happy I'm leaving at this time.
It's okay then.
Or say you leave
Okay, number time.
January 6, 2017, during the last State of the Nation address. Now, Kwame,
Yeah.
one Francois, February 14, Daily Graphic, a publisher, or science called baby, and an or kasa. No, this was in February. Was the last month, I attended the inauguration of President Akufo-Addo. When I exited my vehicle and my arrival was publicly announced, there was a loud round of applause. Again, I thought of my father and those words, quote, leave when the applause is the loudest. Suddenly, I understood those words in a way I never had before.
This man has never been consistent.
Near consistency, I said, Uncle Mami Kamasam. Chairman General,
Kwame.
I want to ask former President Mahama, you left when the applause was the loudest. What other applause can you get?
Hey, yo, answer me say that
Marie.
the lack of consistent.
Chairman General, now,
Oh, goodness.
President.
Oh, I thought we were all going to have a bite.
Let's do the press conference and come. Press conference, I'm working can't be brain. Ain't wrap up on the press conference
So,
and then I'll go.
Busano, you see, you have told us, one catcher say, you are never going to come back as president again. You believe that you won't come back again.
Invoke the spirit of his
You
father.
invoke the spirit of your dead father,
Wow.
the late E.A. Mahama, a powerful figure in the politics of our country. You did, I didn't. And you know, as Gonjas, what it means to invoke the ancestral spirit. You are a Christian, but this is also there. Chairman General, intimate the message. Ghana will not burn or die because Ghanaians will not elect you again. In fact, the former president must learn that the office of former president is an office of state. And your mind, Dibre, how are you living in dignity in that office? And answer for you, you forget that you are a statesman or supposed to be a statesman, a former president, just because you want to be president again. Chairman General.
Kwame.
You see, we fold us on Donina. And Yakwa, and a minia by Joyce Bauer, a buying the pianaka. And Yakwa, and a minia Felix Kwacho for a buying the pianaka as aids to you. Madame for Standogbe, and Yakwa say a buying the pia womuka. And Yakwa, and a one casa, a buy pure come security, most manina. How are you leaving that office to the benefit of Ghana, except your NDC?
Kwame, say, Chairman General, are you saying the army officer cannot sue? This is nice. Ben Abnori, yes. Well, as far as I know, 7 army officers, they will take it in their stride. I'm not sure, sir.
I mean, taking it in their stride doesn't mean he has no right accrued.
I haven't said he has design rights accrued. But when we say so, you need Penyimu, Akoko, to our Nsem-Pii who paying. Sami Nsem-Pii is a lawyer, but how can anyone who has followed Ghana's elections say that ballot boxes can be stuffed? Where does the NDC want to take us to APJ in Sunyai? Chairman General, somebody mentioned, well, you mentioned the person's name, I would not. Somebody mentioned that MP put ballots in their shirts to vote double. How about that one? Bobby in Takrade. Well, maybe the person doesn't have proof. If he has proof, we'll all look at it. Uncle Spy says the NDC chaps seem to be spewing unprintable insults and are talking about evil plans to wreck the nation. There's a guy called Bande. There's also the Obuasi Macho group. Uncle Spy in Takrad, you mentioned other names, I'll leave them out. Chairman General, you are diabolical. Why are you trying to make the 24-hour economy a policy? Let Dr. Kabila flow. I'm not trying to make it a policy. I was asking Kabila to explain because we've heard it being mentioned. The election is about the truth, credibility versus lies, insult, and incompetence. Baumia belongs to truth and credibility. Gastiman in Brekum. Is it that the NDC is seeing defeat, so they are using cunning means to prepare the grounds for causing chaos? Joseph in Adenta. And then Audition Chairman General, the courts, including the Supreme Court, deal with evidence and the law, not even the truth. If you know what you're about, you not go to court empty-handed. Audition Jabing in her show. Alote Jacobs' next door neighbors have sensed defeat, and so they are preparing the grounds for rejection if they lose. Looking at their case at the Supreme Court in 2013 and 2020, Ghanaians should not take them serious. Francis Brakwa in Kumasi. The army officers